Welcome back to Legendary Buffy the Vampire Slayer. We are taking on the Master. He's halfway to completing the Epic Struggle scheme, and we're halfway to beating him into the next century. So we've defeated him twice, but he has two scheme twists next to the Dark track, which is sitting at 3 right now. And that's bad news for us. Let's start with player 1 here, of course, and the first thing we do is draw a villain card from the villain deck, and we get a Master Strike. Oh man, that is not good. That is now our second Master Strike. And what happens on a Master Strike with him, set the Dark to 3. Well, it's already at 3, so there was no detriment there, but it says each player discards a random card for each Master Strike that has been played. That is 2. Ooh, that's painful. So player 1 has his 6 cards, soon to be 4. So we're going to discard this one. Oh man, good card. Hurricane Buffy, and this one, a Watcher. Ouch, that's painful. Also, player 2 had 6 cards, going to go down to 4 here in a second. Gets rid of a Watcher, and oh, this is terrible. And gets rid of another Watcher. Alright, there goes the buying power. Wow, both down to 4 cards. That is not good. But now, at least player 1 can try to do something with the cards left. And so he has 2 Watchers, Initiative Soldiers, and ooh, Xander card. That's pretty cool. If it is dark, set the light to 1. Oh, that is very helpful for us because the dark is at 3, so we're going to immediately set the light to 1. And that's going to give us 2 attack, 3 attack with the Initiative Soldiers. And we have 2 recruit. Well, this is actually not as bad as I thought it was going to be. With the 2 recruit, we're going to recruit the Angel card, which only costs 2, advance the light, 2 attack. That's a pretty good card for 2. And we're going to replace it, of course, with Prophecy Girl. Ooh, this looks like a pretty good card too. You may activate dark abilities on cards you play this turn, even when it is light. Ooh, that's pretty awesome. 2 attack, and it costs 2 as well, so that's not a bad card at all. So that was recruiting. We have 3 attack. We may as well take out the Hellhounds. Now, they're not sitting in the Advanced Light Sunnydale High, they're in the Hellmouth. But for 3 attack, we may as well get rid of them. Because try and get rid of as many enemies as possible. And that's going to be the end of player 1's turn, so they're going to be discarding their cards. Drawing up 6 new cards for the next turn, of course. And then we're going to be going over to player 2, who only has 4 cards. All right, let's go to player 2. All right, player 2. First thing we do, of course, is the villain deck. What do we have this time? We have Sweet from Once More with Feeling. He's a villain ambush. Each player chooses a card and passes it to the left. Well, basically, he's going to make player 1 and player 2 swap cards. And when you fight him, you have to do it before you fight him. Wow, 5 to take him out. Excuse me. So player 1 has a bunch. Ooh, he has the I Owe You Pain. I wonder. He could give player... Okay, so this is player 1's hand. Player 2, of course, only has 4 cards. But player 2, oh man, this is pretty good. He has advanced the light. If it's light, you get +2 attack. So this would be 2/4 attack. And we have 4... I think player 1 is going to give player 2 I Owe You Pain. Player 2 is then going to give player 1 the Giles card. So this is going to be player 2's hand, which is going to be very powerful for attack, which means we should be able to lay a hurt on the Master. Because it's light, we only need 7 to hit him. Excuse me again. So player 2 now has I Owe You Pain, which is 3 attack, discard a card, or advance the light. But we're going to play one of the Angel cards, Taishi Focus, first, and it says advance the light. If it's light, you get +2 attack. So that would be going up 1 to 2, which would be 4 attack. Same thing again with this card, advance the light, +2 attack. So we're up to light 3. Now we can play the I Owe You Pain, discard a card, or advance the dark. We could discard the initiative soldier, which I think we're going to do. So we don't have to advance the dark, but she is worth 3 attacks. So that's going to be 2, 4, 6, 8, 9, 10. That's 11 attack. 11 attack. And yeah, so we're going to have to go ahead and hit the master, because that only costs us 7 attack at the moment. And we're going to go ahead and do that. So wham! We smack the master for the 3rd time. Remember, 4 times we win the game. And what is our reward? This time, it says advance the light 3 times. Each other player discards a random card. Each other player discards a random card. Well, it means player 1 is going to have to discard a random card. So they're going to have to discard the card they just got in the trade from Sweet. All right. But we get to advance the light 3 times. And keeping in mind we have 11 attack, that was 7. So that leaves us 4 attack. We do have one of these. Well, we're not finished yet because we've just attacked the master. So let's advance the light 3 times. Well, the first time we advance the light, we're going to get a courage token for player 2. So now they have 2 courage tokens. And then we move the light to 1. So that was advancing it 1 time, 2 times, 3 times. So we're back to light 3 again. But we still have, or 8, we still have 4 attack left over. 4 attack left over. Do we want to wipe out any of these guys? And I think we're going to spend 1 courage token as an attack. That's going to be 5 attack. Now, player 2 has no cards in hand at all, but we're going to attack Sweet for 5 attack. And what's going to happen is each player chooses a card, passes it to the left. Well, player 2 doesn't have any cards, so player 1's going to have to choose a card and pass it to player, pass it over. So he might as well take a Watcher and pass it over to player 2, which means we have 1 recruit, which now is, we're going to play it, but it's not going to do us any good. And player 2 didn't have any cards in hand, so it couldn't have given player 1 a card. So that's basically what happens, but now we have defeated Sweet. That's also going to go in the victory pile for player 2. And so far, I think, wow, we've had a couple of excellent turns here, I think. And that's going to be the end then of player 2's turn. So we're going to discard their cards. They're going to draw 6 new cards. And they also still have a 1 courage token left. And then we're going to go back over to player 1. Now remember, we hit the master 1 more time, we're going to win. So I think, he says, we're doing pretty well. So let's have another go with player 1 and player 2 and see if we can take down the master. Alright, so the first thing we do, of course, is we pull a villain card. And it is, no, well, not as bad as it could be. We have a scheme twist for player 1. I better leave it over here so I know it's player 1's turn. The scheme twist. And it says, if it is dark, okay, it is not, so we go to the if it is light. Set the scheme twist next to the light and set the dark to 3. Well, light was at 3, but now we're going to set the dark to 3. Wow, that's not good, but we just have to smack this guy 1 more time. 7 attack. Are we going to be able to do it with 4 cards, player 1? Not likely. Because we have 3 recruit and 1 attack. Wow, we have a very weak hand, but had lots of activity going on. So we have 3 recruit and only 1 attack. I think with the 3 recruit, we're going to take Research Guy, Rupert Giles. Reveal the top card of your deck. If it's a Watcher or Slayer, gain a Courage token. So that's for 3. And the 1 attack, of course, is going to do nothing. And we get to replace the card with, wow, another one of the Slayer activation spell with all kinds of Willow Slayer activation spell cards out. That's really the end of player 1's turn. 2, 3, 4, 5. We're drawing up 6 cards in their next hand. And very quickly then, we're going to go back over to player 2. All right, player 2's turn again, and it is drawing a villain card, and we get, oh right, the little shrimpy guy that gets stomped on by Buffy during the Halloween episode. Ambush. If it's dark, it is. Advance the dark. If it is light, set dark to 1. That is bad news. He's a bad news little runt. So we're going to have to advance the dark. And we're advancing the dark, and we're going to trigger the big bad dark ability. And then we're going to move the dark back to 1. And the dark trigger ability is play a villain card from the villain deck. So basically it means we're going to be playing another villain card. And then we're going to be moving the dark to 1. So what do we have? Oh man, a scheme twist. Excuse me, we are in the dark. Scheme twist happens now. Ooh, this is, okay, I thought we were going to win, but we're getting close to maybe not winning here. So we have now... what do we get here? Scheme twist. If it's dark, well, it is. But would it have turned? I don't think we've triggered right back to 1 yet. If it's dark, set the scheme twist next to the dark and set light to 1. If it's light, okay, so we're gonna. So we have 3 scheme twists now next to the dark, which is not good. 3 scheme twists next to the dark. And we set light to 1, but this says trigger big bad move the dark to 1. So the scheme twist, see, this is a timing thing that's annoying me now, because I don't think this should trigger until, oh man, the scheme twist overrides this one. I'm not sure about that. A timing issue, because we were supposed to do this, which we've done before we move this back to 1. See, it says trigger the big bad dark. Okay, so we triggered the scheme, which means we move it to light 1, and then after we've done that, we move it to dark 1. So I think we have to bounce to dark 1. At least I think timing-wise that's how it should work. Let me see if I can figure that out. Sorry for this confusion, but it is kind of a timing thing. So we trigger the dark. He pulls another card. The card was a scheme twist. The scheme twist moves the light to 1, but then after we've triggered that, it says a period there. Then it says move to dark 1. So we're going to have to go back to dark 1. I'm pretty sure that's how that's going to work. I think. And so let me just double check that and come right back. Okay, so I think I've done it correctly, but if not, check the comments to see if that's the way things should work. But I believe timing-wise, I think I did it right. I think the scheme twist happens and then we move to dark 1. That's how I'm going to rule it. If it's incorrect, let me know in the comments and we'll go from there. All right, it is player 2's turn. He has a hand of cards. Can he come up with... we'd need 9 attack now to take on the Master. Can we do it? It does not look like we can. We do have 2 potential Slayers in our hand. If we play the Xander card, if it's dark, move light to 1, giving us 2 attacks. So we're going to do that. We're going to move, if it's dark it is, we're going to move to light 1. So that happens. And we have 2, 4, we have 5. Okay, well we can take out the little shrimpy demon because we have 1, 2 more attack. That gives us a total of 4 attack. So I think we will take out this guy. He doesn't have any fight abilities. He's just 4 attack. He is taken out of the picture. Now we have a choice here. We can have 2, 4, 5 recruit, or we can discard these cards from our hand to advance the light. And I think we're going to do it once. We're going to discard this card, and we're going to advance the light from 1 to 2. But then we're going to play 3 recruit, and with 3 recruit, I think we're going to go ahead and take Prophecy Girl, which is you may activate dark abilities on cards you play this turn, even if it's light, worth 2 attacks. So that is what player 2 is going to do. It's going to be the end of player 2's turn. They're going to discard their cards, of course, so we're going to replace this with a Hurricane Buffy. All right, draw a card. Dark ability, make a card from hand. That is going to go out. And then it is going to be player 1's turn. So we're going to do player 1, player 2 again, and that'll be the end of the episode. Maybe we can take down the big bad. We're in the light right now. All we need is 7 attack. I don't know. We'll see what happens. We're coming right back for player one. Back to player one with a villain card. And what is it? It is the Gentleman. Oh yeah, these guys are creepy. Let's see. Each player KOs. Oh, this is a fight ability. Each player KOs a card in their hand. If the dark is at 3, that card must cost 1 or more. They're actually pretty good to fight. They're in the Hellmouth. Alright, player one's turn. All we need is 7 attack. We are in the light. It only costs us 7 to hit the master. That would be awesome. Initiative soldiers. We have a 2 attack. Come on. Oh, yes. 3, 4. Do we have enough attack? We have 2, 4, 5. We have 6 attack. If it's dark, get +1 attack for each villain. No, I don't think we have enough attack. We have no courage tokens to bump up our attack. Darn it. Oh, hang on 1 second. We're going to play this one first. Donut Run gives us 2 recruit, and it's Advance the Light. Okay, that's a Scooby card. So we're going to advance the light up to 1. So we're going to be at 3. And then, okay, this I think just was for the win, because now we're going to play this Xander card. We've already played a Scooby card, so we're going to advance the light. So we're going to draw a card, which we'll do. 2 attack. Yeah, we just pulled it off. We pulled it off. And we're going to advance the light. We advance the light once more. Boom, we gain a courage token, and we move the light to 1. So we get a courage token as well. So now we have 2 recruit, 2 attack, 3, 4 attack, advance the light, or at 2. 4 attack, 5, 6 attack, 7 attack, 8 attack, 3 recruit, and we'll even say, hey, you know what, 9 attack. Right on, 3 recruit. So we'll recruit Hurricane Buffy for 4. No, I don't have 4. Oh, we'll get one of the Willow cards. It doesn't really matter at this point, because I think we just defeated the Master. We'll get another one of the Tai Chi Angels. So to recap again, we have 2 attack, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, and we discarded our courage token for 9. We're in the light, which means the Master is only 7 to hit. Guess what, Master? You have just been mastered. Smackdown. Last card. Fruit Punch Mouth. Alright, we took them out. Advance the light twice. Draw cards equal to the light. Well, that's not going to do anything point-wise for the end of the game, so I'm not going to bother. We would advance the light twice, then we would draw a card. But I don't think we're going to bother, because we've just defeated the Master, and that's it. Alright, well that was Legendary Buffy the Vampire Slayer. Boy, that went pretty quickly. Although the Master did have 3 scheme twists in the dark. Of course, his win, the win for the Epic Struggle is 4 schemes in the dark. So we got close to losing, but we did pull out the win. And so that's good. Now, of course, I play it fully cooperative, so I don't care who has the most points. But if you're curious, we might as well add up the points and see. And I don't think any cards in hand were worth any victory points, just the ones we defeated. So let's have a look here. If my old eyes can see these microscopic numbers. So we get 4, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17 points for player 1. Alright, and let's see what player 2 did. They have 4, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19. Player 2 was the best Slayer, if you want to do the semi-co-op silliness, which, I never bother doing. So, once again, Legendary Buffy the Vampire Slayer. I will probably take on a different big bad. It comes with 5, and it comes with 8 scheme twists. There will most likely be an expansion for this game sometime in the future, which I will probably then get. Well, I hope you enjoyed it. Once again, Legendary Buffy the Vampire Slayer. So thanks so much for watching. Thanks for your comments, your subscriptions, your likes. Very much appreciated. And yes, I do know what I'm doing next. It'll be a miniatures game. And I guess that's all I'll tell you, because I'm sure very quickly after the end of this series, I will be putting up the next one, so you won't have too much to wait. So thanks once again, and we'll see you in the next playthrough series.